All right, my Leos, welcome to Tarot NY Oracle. Before we get into the cloud to see what we see, this is your next 30-day you versus them love reading. And remember, I focus on current energy. We'll be diving into your person's feelings, thoughts, actions, and wants over the next 30 days from the current energy. While I was meditating, I was hearing Lazy on the Lake. Let's get to the lake. And I was hearing that song, Cheer Up Sleepy Jean, Oh What Can It Be, to a daytime believer and a homecoming queen. So maybe some of that resonates for you. I am going to be looking at past, present, and then I'll draw a couple for future energy, which will be read after the main reading. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeled guidance. Cross watchers, remember, energy can be flipped. And I do focus on soulmates, soul tribes, and soul twins. So that's who I'm reading for. However, if you're not in a romantic connection, this is going to be your significant person in partnership, business partnership, or family or friends. Someone who has a close connection to you. All right, so we're getting a lot of energy out for past and present. All right, Leos, I see some beautiful present energy. And let's go ahead and get one more for our present energy, and then we will dive into our perspectives and our overall tarot energy. If you watch my channel, you know what I do. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into it. What I am getting for your past energy is a new cycle that began, and there was a heavy burden that was being carried, and it's something that needs to be released. There's some sort of struggle, some sort of issue between you two. But it's like there's either a refusal to put that down, to put the issue down, or one or both of you are still carrying it and you're not able to put that heaviness down. This is like when you're trying to start a new cycle, you're trying to go into a new energy, but you're still carrying the energy from the past with you. And then as we get into our current energy, I see the Nine of Pentacles and King of Cups. So this is really strong energy around feeling fortunate and balancing your head and your heart together, feeling emotionally fulfilled, satisfied. There's a sense of your money and your emotions making a lot of sense during this time. Finally, things are balancing out. You're reaping the harvest of everything that you've had in your relationship. It's like all this hard work that we've put into it, finally we can enjoy something now. But I do feel some emotional burnout from this energy. A lot of times things might feel like they're falling apart, but it's like we're going to hold on, we're going to make sure it doesn't fall apart, but there's still something heavy in the energy that is being carried. So let's go ahead and look at perspectives. I like to look at the perspective of Leo and the perspective of Leo's person. You can think of your person. And then the universe's truth of the relationship, the purpose of the relationship. So what I do see in the energy here is wisdom, experience, authority, books. So Leo is feeling like this connection is something that has taught them a lot, given them a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom. It's something that they feel like they've grown a lot in. As we saw with the Nine of Pentacles, there's a lot of work that has been put into something that has made you wiser, that has allowed you to feel like you have a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, we see this gratitude here, which was the energy I was getting above here. So the cross watcher or your person Feels like this relationship has given them a lot to think about, a lot to reflect on. It can be purposes in life, their own purpose, a sense of connection to everything, the deeper purpose of the connection with you. I see that gratitude is the universe's energy from the center, which is what is in between you two. And what is one of the purposes of the connection is to learn to appreciate, to cherish, to be thankful, to have gratitude for all those things that you have built and labored for in the relationship, emotionally, financially, through the stability, working through the issues. And I also see the theme for your next 30 days has to do with receptivity, vulnerability, having an open heart. So a really beautiful energy that I see here. And let's go ahead and dive into our overall tarot energies for what Leo is feeling in the connection. So what is Leo feeling in this connection? What is Leo feeling in this connection? So it looks like there's a lot of beautiful energy in the present, current energy flowing through January between Leo and your person. We do get the Nine of Cups. So a beautiful wish fulfillment, dream come true energy for how Leo is feeling. The Hierophant. Okay, so some of you may have a marriage. You may be getting married, moving in together, definitely leveling up. The Leo is feeling ready, feeling like this connection is something that can sustain longevity. And why not? It's a dream come true, a wish fulfillment to the Leo. All right, we are getting the Page of Swords and the King of Swords. So this is an energy like you guys connect on an intellectual level. You're able to communicate well. There might be a cerebral quality to this connection. This is also a serious energy. So it's an energy about feeling serious about your person, serious about this connection. And like there's a lot of communication back and forth. There's a lot of openness in the way that you guys communicate. It's like you guys are, maybe you guys can even finish each other's sentences. You know what the person's going to say before they say it. All beautiful energy from the Leo and how they're feeling over the next 30 days. So let's go ahead and dive into Leo's person. How is Leo's person feeling over the next 30 days from the current energy into our new year? How do they feel about this connection? Okay, so we do get our Knight, or is this our Page? Let's see, this is our Page. So we get our Page of Pentacles. And I do love using our 1940s golden deck, replica of the first tarot deck ever made. At least in my view. And let's go ahead and see what other energies we get. All right, we do get our Temperance. And okay, wow, we get a Nine of Swords also in the reverse. So now we have the 10 of Wands in reverse and the 10 of Swords in reversed. So there's a feeling of some sort of issue, something that was painful, something that was hurting. But this is overshadowed by the Temperance. So it feels like there was some kind of hurt, some sort of pain that you guys were stuck on for a while. And maybe that was the big issue that became heavier and heavier to carry, that led to some emotional burnout between one or both of you. But because Temperance is here, there's a sense of feeling like those feelings are tempering, they're reducing, they're starting to feel more evened out, more balanced. And Leo, your person is also, but there, I mean, it's a little stuck, right? Because it's in reverse. So when it's in the upright, it's like the energy can come right out and the pain can integrate, the pain can process, but this way it's a little stuck. But thankfully the Temperance is there. So it's like you guys were hung up on something that was very painful, a painful ending. It feels like a painful ending, but in the past energy through November, December, possibly toward the end of December, you guys decided to start again. So maybe there was some sort of breakup or separation, and now you guys have come back together is what it looks like. And you feel a lot better about it. It's like there's a healing around that pain, around that separation or breaking up or whatever it was that made you guys feel like you were not on the same page or not aligned. I do see that your Page of Pentacles is all about wanting to have that new life together, wanting to start a life together, wanting to build a life together. This is all about showing up and being present. So maybe, you know, your person has gone through a lot of rethinking about what has happened in the past as you guys come together. And it's like, you know, maybe it is best that we're together. Maybe we can work this out. So let's go ahead and look at our perspectives. And remember, perspectives are what we perceive the other person or perceive the connection as. It's not necessarily the truth. How does Leo perceive the connection? How do they perceive their person over the next 30 days in the current energy? All right, we get the 10 of Cups. Oh, this is a very beautiful reading, Leos. My goodness. And what other energies do we have for perceptions? Okay, that 10 of Wands does show up again, which we see here. So we'll go ahead and get into that. We have the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. A lot of 10s are showing up. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. And we have our 2 of Swords. Okay, so the Leo is perceiving their person as someone that is able to bring them the love they want. Like this is, I get a feeling like you're the love of my life. I get a feeling of, you know, we make each other happy. We can be happy together. This person is someone who can make me happy. But I also see that the Leo perceives their person as someone who is maybe still carrying that load, carrying that issue with them from the past as they come back together after their break or separation or after whatever took place between you guys and you were disaligned for a period of time. Even if you're living together, maybe you're not really speaking as much and now you're talking again. But there's a sense that Leo isn't sure if you've let that go. There's some sort of emotional burnout, heaviness in the energy. This is a really heavy energy. Like we've come through a battle and we're on the other side of it. And Leo is perceiving their person as still carrying it, getting ready to let it go, but maybe hasn't quite let it go yet. And of course, we saw that that energy is a bit stuck and carried through from the past. But we do see that Leo's person is balancing out that hurt. They do feel a little stuck on it, but they are balancing out that hurt and pain and thinking and reflecting on everything that has gone down. But Leo is picking up also around their person not really being sure of what to do. Maybe there's a period of indecision, of processing the emotions and trying to figure out what the next step should be. And so there is a perception, a bit of, do you know what you want? Do you know, is this what you want to do? Kind of energy. So let's go ahead and get into Leo's person. How is Leo's person perceiving this connection? How is Leo's person perceiving this connection? Okay, we do get our 8 of Swords. So there's some stress here. There's some anxiety here, some worry. How is Leo perceiving their person? Okay, but it's like, you know what? We can do this. We can make it. Even though there's these issues that we're working through, and maybe they're not fully put down yet. Maybe they're not fully figured out yet. And it's causing some stress. It's causing some anxiety. This is in your perception space. So your person is perceiving you as maybe stressed out about being able to do this relationship moving forward. What are we going to do? But there's a sense of, you know what, we can do this. All right, so let's go ahead and see what our other energy is for our Leo's person's perceptions of the connection. All right, we do get our Judgment in reverse. So Leo's person is perceiving this connection, or they're perceiving you, Leo, as, you know, in their core, they see you as someone who's very capable, someone who can do this, someone who's got it. We can move it forward. We can make what we want to make happen in this. But on either side of the energy, there's some stress, worry, like a little bit of doubt. Can we? And on the other side, there's a sense of, we need to fully address this issue so that we can move forward, and maybe we're kind of sweeping it under the rug a bit. All right, let's go ahead and see what we get for want. So what does Leo want in this connection? What do they want? So this connection feels very soul tribe, soulmate to me. We'll go over the soul energies towards the end. What does Leo want in this connection? All right, the King of Pentacles. So right now there is something that is not together. There's something disrupted in the home. If you guys are living together, or if you're not, this is like, hey, I want to move in. I want to get married. I want the next step. So they feel like they're not in that energy right now, because this is in the reverse. And so if you guys are living together or you are married, this is like a sense of, we're not on the same page. And this could be about money too. We're not on the same page about money or finances, or how to get everything together to move forward, to make our lives more secure. This is a sense of, I want stability, I want security and structure. And I don't feel like we have enough of that right now. Let's go ahead and see what else we get for wants. What does the Leo want over the next 30 days? Remember, energy can be flipped. So if you feel like you're here, Leo, this could be you and this could be your person. So I do get the Two of Cups. So this is a coming together. This is also a strong soulmate energy. This is a sense of, I want partnership. I want to be on the same page with you. Like, again, an I love you energy. A lot of love coming from the Leo over here. And they want to be on the same page with you. They want to be aligned with you. They want to be together with you. Happiness, peace, gratitude, open heart energy, receptive. This is the Leo. The Leo is the open heart right now. All right, we do get the Moon energy. So this is an energy around hiding. It's a shadow part of you. It's a strong energy around, maybe you're confused about what to do. There may be some fears, some uncertainties popping up. So there's a strong sense right at the center of Leo wanting to get together, wanting that union to be aligned, beautiful, emotionally connected, on the same page, soulmate, beautiful energy. And on either side, we do see, I feel like we need more of that stability, security, foundation being built. I feel like we don't have enough of that. And if we're living together or married, it's like there's a disalignment, maybe not on the same page about things that make you feel secure. And there's also a sense of I'm uncertain, and there is uncertainty here coming from their person. And because of the uncertainty from their person, which we do see in the perception space, there's like Leo saying, I am seeing you as someone who hasn't decided fully yet what to do. And so it's making me feel a bit uncertain. It's making me feel like some fear is coming up. So they don't want to feel uncertain. They don't want to feel, they want to be clear on what's going on. There's also a strong energy here around maybe wanting to keep something hidden from their person. So like a proposal, getting married together, some sort of union that they're planning, something that will help things become more structured. They might be trying to keep a secret from you as well over the month of January. Take what resonates for your situation. I'm going to go ahead and dive into your person's wants. What does your person want? We get the 5 of Cups. So this is a strong energy of loss, sadness. So again, we get a sadness energy. So we have this energy up here with the 10 of Swords in reverse. There's something that was painful or hurtful in the connection that happened, that I feel was in the month of December. And you are carrying it like a heavy burden, an issue between you that keeps building and building, and maybe you're not addressing it fully as you go into coming back together, getting aligned again, or talking to each other again, or unblocking each other, or coming out of separation and making up, or moving on to the next step after you put a pause on something. So there's a sense of that energy, even though you're tempering it and you're feeling like things are finally calming down. There is a bit of that hurt coming up in your wants. It's like you have the sadness, you have the loss, and the 3 of Swords is like a painful heartache. So there's a sense of wanting to fully process, and again, not having fully processed, like a bit stuck on that hurt heart. Maybe something made you feel abandoned, or something, a hurtful word made you feel some kind of way. You might be having regrets over conversations said, hurtful words is what's coming to mind. But this is also a strong energy around just sadness. So there's a lot of sadness that your person is maybe hiding from you as well, because we do have this in reverse, and they're trying to work through that sadness. Or there may have been some sort of really strong loss that happened between you guys. If someone, this is going to be for a smaller group of you, but I feel there could have been a loss in pregnancy. There could have been a good friend or family loss recently in the past. That's still trying to be processed. So let's see what else comes up for your person. What is Leo's person going through? What do they want in this connection? Okay, we do get our 8 of Cups. So this is a very strong energy around wanting to, all of this is like, I want to move on from this pain. I want to move on from this sadness, from this loss. And my aim is to move forward, to move out of it, which is what I see up here as well. It's like there's this pain, there's this hurt. It's not quite processed. I'm not allowing it to be processed. It's a little bit stuffed down, but the temperance is there. So it's like I'm healing it. I'm working on it. I'm feeling like it's more tempered, like I've got more control over it. But this is a lot of feeling loss, sadness, hurt energy. So something big happened here between you guys. Or these words exchanged were really harsh or hard to hear. But your person is grieving. That's where your person is at. And they are wanting to get through that grief. So let's go ahead. For others of you, it's not so much grieving as it is just being very hurt and working through that hurt. So take which resonates for you. I'm going to go ahead and get energy for actions. What is our Leo planning on doing or going to be doing from the current energy over the next 30 days? Remember, energy doesn't change that much. So I read for the current energy for the top of the month, and that's the energy that flows for the next 30 days. And let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so what do we have here? We have our Queen of Wands, our Nine of Swords, our Five of Wands, and the World. So the Leo may be connected to a fire sign. Of course, this is a strong Leo and Aries energy. They may view you as their queen, take gender as it resonates, but this could also be Leo's own energy, Leo showing up for themselves. Like they're going to get into their power. They're going to love themselves, get into their, boss bitch energy. They're going to be confident, empowered, making things happen, feeling connected to what it is they're doing in this life, in this connection. This is like feeling connected to your soul's path kind of energy, vibe, manifesting energy. But what I do see is that a lot of those stress and worries and anxieties are coming up, and they're around conflicts, or the way that you guys are fighting, not agreeing on things. They're coming through January. It feels like the energy is going to be a little bit combative or a lot combative, but there's some sort of completion around this. So whatever issue has not been fully addressed, which I see being carried from your past into a new cycle, coming back together, feeling like something maybe was swept under the rug, not dealt with completely, and your person, is perceiving that. They're perceiving that there's restrictions around this, and they're perceiving that there's a sense of, I'm not really sure how to solve this issue that we're not dealing with, or pretending is not there, or I have a lot of hurt that I'm processing or grieving over, and I just don't feel like, this is something that can move right now, or that this is something that can grow right now. Even though there is a very strong empowerment manifesting energy at the core in there. It's like, I know that we can, but maybe right now is not the perfect time. And I see that the Leo is going to be learning a lesson around all this. That heavy energy, that heavy hurt, that heavy grief, you guys are going to be fighting about it. There's going to be some conflicts around that still. I'm seeing that issue that is not resolved from the past. And there's a lot of anxiety and stress around the fact that you guys aren't on the same page. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean physical fighting. It doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are yelling, but you could be having discussions that could be heated, or discussions that you just are not on the same page about. So I do see a completion around that though. So it's like this energy is going to, whatever issues and hurt and grief and disagreements, it's going to come to a close by the end of January. Or even earlier. There's some sort of understanding, lesson learned, and Leo is going to be able to move forward out of that. Let's see what's going to happen with our cross watcher or Leo's person. What is Leo's person going to do? Okay, so we do get our 1 in reverse, and we get our 4 of cups. And we get our 9 of swords again, but it came out in the reverse. So I feel like your person is still in the energy of feeling like this is something that is capable, we're able, we can make it happen, but there's a lot of restriction, not the right time, anxiety, stress. Something needs to be worked through emotionally. And I feel like that energy is repeated in what they're doing over the next 30 days as well, because we do get a strong energy around the 1 of Wands, which is one of my favorite cards, favorite energies, reversed. And so it's like they feel like they are not able to, is what I'm getting. Like, I'm just not able to right now. And I see a lot of hurt and grief that still needs to be processed. And so it's like, I feel like I'm not able to right now. Even though we can make it, we can do it. Maybe right now I still need to process a bit more. And it's like they're going to withdraw. Maybe they're a bit depressed, withdrawn, avoiding, not dealing with the connection or you, not quite maybe even their issue, the sadness, the hurt, the heaviness. But I feel like as they're withdrawing, as they're avoiding, it's helping them to not feel so stressed out, not feel so anxious. So it's like they need that step back. So let's go ahead and see what our future energy is. So it does feel like over the course of January, there is a lot of beautiful energy, and there's a balancing act between the head and the heart, of emotional burnout and feeling more emotionally satisfied and happy, and really focusing on the good things that we have, gratitude, opening heart. And it feels like the Leo is the one who is really the dominant energy in that. And Leo's person is trying to work through everything that is lost. For many of you, it feels like there was a big loss or some sort of big hurt that happened. And it might not even be in this connection itself. It might even be outside the connection that happened before, that they are trying to work through. But it doesn't look like they're going to fully work through it by the end of January. It looks like this energy is being processed a lot. And the Leo is going to learn a lesson around this. You guys might not be on the same page, and Leo's going to get a bit stressed out and worried that you're not coming together at the speed that they're coming together. But just remember that everybody works at different paces. And so allow some patience, allow some space, allow some forgiveness, allow some mistakes in order for someone else's pace to catch up to yours. So in the future energy, which will be by the end of January or February, as we go into February, we do have the sun coming out. And so it feels like there's going to be a lot more equalness between you. You guys will start to feel like you're more on the same page, more positivity and joy. The sun makes everything happy. There's more clarity around things, this is the direction we're going in. And it feels like there's more giving in the reciprocity between you two, back and forth. So I do feel like your person is getting there, but it might take them, the month of January to really just process out everything that they need to process. So let's go ahead and get an angel energy. We do see 333, support, expansion, inspiration, confidence, connection, purpose, and mastery. Focus inward, perfect the skills you have, uncover your new talent, unleash your creativity, embrace your inner artist. Expressing yourself will enhance your self-esteem and solidify your purpose. Your unique abilities can have a positive impact on the community. So 333 is a beautiful spiritual number. I feel like this is a soulmate, soul tribe connection. Take it as it resonates for you. We'll look at the soul energies in a second. From our bread of life, we do get James 1 to 2 to 3. So 1 and 2 is 3 and 3. So this is a 3-3. So some of you may be seeing 3-3-3 or 3-3 as confirmation. This is for you over January. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. So it's exactly what it sounds like you guys are going through. You're going through a test of the commitment of the faith and trials. And so remember that we can make it through. And let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. I know this will help us get a bit more information. So we do have a 5 here and a 4. We get a 9, 21, 2, 5. We get a 10, 10. So our strongest energies are 10s in this reading. Oh, and this is also a 1. So a 1, 1. King is a 5. So we get another 5 and a 5. And we get a 5 here. So we do get 3 5s showing up here. So you may be seeing 555 as confirmation. This is for you. This is a strong energy around changes. You guys are going through birth changes, right? Birthing energy. Like there's a lot of pain when you give birth, and then boom, something beautiful that you're committed to is born in front of you that you feel very connected to, you know, your baby. We do get a 1 1 1 1 and a 1 1 energy from the Leo's side. So you also may be seeing 1 1 1 1 or 6 1s in a row. Ones are strong energies around your individual growth, your individual strength, new beginnings, new potentials coming together. And we also get, of course, our 10 10. We have a lot of 10s showing up. And 10 is all around those endings. So there's something ending and something new beginning, which is what we see in our Wheel of Fortune, which is all around a cycle that ended and a new cycle that will be starting out. And I also see that at the end of January or sometime in January, there will be a completion around all the lessons needing to be learned for the Leo. So the Leo will be growing, maturing through that experience and wisdom. So let's see what we get on our 4, 9, on our cross-watcher side, 5, 8, and 8, 20, 1, of course we get another 10, and 14, which is 5, and this is a 1, 1. So we do get 2 5s here, 9, a 1, a 3, and we get 2 1s. This is a 2. So we only have 2 5s on this side. So this is an energy of 1 1. We have another energy of 1 here. And of course we have our 10. So the energies that we get on the Leo's person side are around 1s as well. So there's a sense of individual growth. We get 1 here, and a 1 1 here. So individual growth that they're going through, spiritual growth, reflecting on everything that has happened, and trying to balance out all of their emotional hurt and grief and wounds, processing emotional energy. And of course we get another 10 from their side to join these 10. So there's strong endings and new beginnings and a lot of changes that are taking place. that's pushing the energy through into your new month of February after January closes out. So, all right, that's what we have for you. And this does feel very soulmate to me. We do get the soulful energies that we have here are our Two of Cups. Of course, our divine masculine energy. We also have a Queen of Wands, a very soulful energy. And of course, we get our Sun and our Hierophant. So this doesn't necessarily feel like a solid soul contract that you guys are going through right now, or but it does feel like a soulmate, a divine masculine soulmate kind of connection, and something that has grounding purposes on earth, lessons that you're learning on earth, and energy that wants to be grounded on earth. Okay, so thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys in February. Remember, leaving your comments, what resonates with you, what you're going through. And on Fridays, of course, we do our collective. Saturdays is our you versus them. Sundays, we do our mirror soul, and like, share, subscribe.